Inside Tom Cruise's relationship with kids Isabella, Connor, and Suri. Tom Cruise has been a movie star for decades, but the three-time divorcee keeps his family world as dad to son Connor and daughters Isabella and Suri extremely private. Tom Cruise is known for a lot of things, but gabbing about his kids isn't one of them. Naturally, that has something to do with the fact that son Connor Cruise and daughter Isabella Cruise with ex-wife Nicole Kidman, as well as daughter Suri Cruise with ex-wife Katie Holmes, are leading relatively private lives outside of show business, though they can't help being famous by association thanks to their movie star parents. But you can't deny Tom's enigmatic ways, the Mission Impossible star being so impressively out there, jumping off cliffs, riding motorcycles, sending his friends coconut cake every year, and yet increasingly private. Though he rhapsodized about fatherhood when all of his children were little, his inclination to share exponentially decreased as the spotlight grew ever brighter, and he notched his third divorce in 2012. So any rare sighting of him spending time in public with his now-grown children tends to be an event. Such was the case when Tom was snapped in a group pic that included Isabella, 31, and Connor, 29, at a Florida Panthers vs. Tampa Bay Lightning hockey game last December, though it took until recently for the internet to notice the photo on NFL Hall of Famer Derek Brooks' Instagram. "Wow, look who stopped by my office before our Lightning game tonight." At Tom Cruise, the former Tampa Bay Buccaneers linebacker captioned the December 27 post. "I was a little starstruck but played it cool, and he said he was too." Little did Derek know he was doing the social media equivalent of lighting a long fuse, classic M.I. style. It was the first time the 61-year-old actor had been seen with Connor and Isabella at a public event since a 2009 Los Angeles Galaxy game. The three were informally snapped by paparazzi with Suri in Central Park in 2010. The public outings with his son have been a bit more frequent. As for his youngest child, how much time Tom spends with now 18-year-old Suri has been a subject of speculation ever since he and Katie divorced in 2012 after less than 6 years of marriage. "My whole life I always wanted to be a father," Tom told Vanity Fair for the October 2006 cover story that introduced Suri to the world at 3 months old. "I always said to myself that my children would be able to depend on me, and I would always be there for them and love them, that I'd never make a promise to my kids that I couldn't keep. I'm not one of those people who believe you can spoil a child with too much love. You can never give a child too much love, there's just no way." While they were together, he and Katie were frequently spotted out with their daughter, and there are countless pap pics of them trying to get from a car into a building and back again to prove it. But they didn't let the ever-present photographers stop them from living their life. The family went to amusement parks, attended Galaxy games. They were Beverly Hills neighbors with David and Victoria Beckham when the English football star crossed the pond to give soccer a shot in the arm in 2007, and were at the 2010 Super Bowl in Miami Gardens along with then 15-year-old Connor. But Suri was 6 when Tom and Katie split up. She's lived with her mom in New York for years, while her dad is based in Florida these days when not globetrotting for work, which he so often is. In the ensuing years, Tom has never gone the route of giving a big interview about fatherhood or made some other flagrantly public gesture to counter the narrative that they didn't have a relationship. In a Playboy interview published in June 2012, a month before he and Katie announced they were divorcing, Tom said that, while he preferred not to waste time dealing with the stranger rumors and other swipes at his character that shadowed his wildly successful career, he had his limits. "You start with a letter saying, 'Okay, you know it's not true. Apologize,'" he said. "There is a point with a lot of things when you just go, 'You know what? I don't want to waste my time with this. I'm busy. I'd rather spend this time with my kids and my wife, at home or on our movies, creating a life together.' If you have kids, it is the most important thing to create good times."